Hello, all you wonderful, fabulous artists. Today we're going to be making a big fat cat on a mat. And this project is based off of the book, The Big Fat Cat on a Mat. We learned after reading the book that fat, cat, and mat were all rhyming words. And so today now we're going to draw our very own fat cats. We're going to start by tracing a circle. Now, I used a construction paper circle, but if you're at home, you could use a jar lid or a jar, or you could use a bottle, a cup, anything that you can trace around with a circle and just a crayon. I use black so it could show up very well, but we're just using shapes, and I'm going to teach you how to draw a shaped cat. So the first shape we're going to start with is a circle. The second shape is a triangle. So straight line there, and this will be for his ears or her ears. Another triangle here for the ears. So once you have the ears, you're going to draw an upside down triangle, or one where it points downward like this, for the nose. And once you have the nose, you're going to draw two lines straight up, just like that, and put circle eyeballs. If you want to, you can put a little iris in for the eyes, and then you just draw the letter J, starting at the bottom of the nose. Come down and draw the letter J. And do the same thing on the other side, except for it's going to be a mirror image. You draw exactly the same on the other side. You can call that a fish hook. A J and a fish hook. Then when you're all done with your kitty mouth, draw kitty whiskers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the last two things we're going to need to do is use a giant oval to draw the body. Because we're drawing a big fat cat, we're going to make it oval. Now, oval is a smushed circle. Okay? Once you have your smushed circle, then you're going to draw two more ovals or two circles down here for the kitty paws. If you want to add details, you can draw on this side the letter C. 1, 2, 3 C's. And then on this side, you're going to reverse the letter C. Do it in reverse for kitty paws. So that's the first step of our big fat cat on the mat, is to draw your kitty. Once you're done drawing the shapes for your kitty, the next step will be to add some fun colors. So get out your box of crayons. I'm going to give my kitty green eyes and a pink nose. So, pink nose, color it all in. Green eye, kitty. Maybe I'll even give it little pink ears. And then you're all done. Is practice folding a piece of paper. So first thing you're going to do is open up your piece of paper big and wide. Make sure your corners, there's one of the corners, slides over and neatly, right here, lines up with the other corner. You're going to pinch it in place. Then you're going to slide your finger all the way over to the side, and then hold it down on both sides, down here and where you pinched it. Make sure your other top corner up here is all lined up too. Once it's all lined up, and you hold both of them down by spreading your fingers out wide, you're going to slide your hand over and crease it and give it a sharp push down so that it looks like a folder. Okay, so now it can open up just like a folder. Now, the next step is you're going to use a dark color crayon and draw a giant U shape so we can make an oval mat. After we've drawn our U shape, we're going to cut. See, notice I was pretty close to the edge, not very far from the edge on both sides. So our big giant U. Now I'm going to cut out, starting on the folded side, cut out my mat. Make sure all your scraps go in the trash can. You can open your mat wide and you have an oval shaped mat. Zoom out so you guys can see. A big oval shaped mat. Okay. Now, all around the edge of our mat, I'll zoom in, I'll show you. We're going to make a pattern just around the edge. And we've been talking about shapes and lines. So we'll start by drawing a shape, a circle shape. The next shape will be a line, so a straight line. A circle shape, and then a straight line. A circle shape, and a straight line. You're going to do that all around the edge of your mat. Okay? Out. Remember to open your scissors up really wide and put the paper deep in the V part of your scissors when you're cutting. That way all you have to do is close your scissors and turn your paper. Whoop, I just cut out the hardest part. Now all I gotta do is go around it. Make sure you don't cut off the kitty paws. That might hurt the kitty. When you're cutting, you want to be careful so you don't get a jagged edge on your cut. Good cutters just cut it in one smooth line. Make sure all your scrap paper gets thrown away. Now, look at how neatly that will fit right there on our mat. The last step is we are going to paint the texture of the kitty cat so it looks fluffy by using a stippling technique. For this part, you're going to need two kinds of paint. You're going to need an orange paint and a black paint. I'll set them off to the side here. You're going to also want to take your mat and move it out of the way because we don't want to put any paint on the mat just yet. I also put down a piece of newsprint. You can also use newspaper or something else that you don't mind getting paint on because we're going to paint right off the edge of the cat. Okay. First color you're going to use is your orange color. You're going to take and put just the tip of your brush in the paint. Notice I didn't put the paint all the way to the metal part. That's called the ferrule. Only going to put a little bit of paint on the tip. And when you stipple this technique, you're going to press down and just kind of tap it. Just tap it. And soften the edges all the way around. See how I'm going off the edge of the cat? And I haven't even gotten a refill on paint yet. I'm just softening all my edges just by tapping. Okay? I'm going to do that some more. Now I'm just now refilling my paintbrush. I'm going to go to this side. I'm going to tap all the way off the edge and softly into the middle of the cat. So we're making an orange cat, sort of like Garfield or any kind of calico cat. I'm going to give him orange ears. And you don't have to be perfect on this because remember, cats are fluffy. So even though we put lines on there and crayon, we can change it however we want to. Maybe I'll give him an orange nose, maybe an orange mouth. The whole idea is to make him look fluffy. So you should have a dotted look or a dabbed on look. I'm going to give him some orange paws and an orange belly. Oh, I have too much of a glob right there, so I'm going to spread it out. Sometimes it's good to go back to your work and check and see, oh, there's no, I want to blend that out just a little bit more so I can just keep tapping all the way around it and right in the back into the paint. Now calico cats are kind of cool because they have two colors that touch, and that second color is black. Normally I would say not to mix your paint without washing your brush, but since I've dabbed almost all the paint out of the brush, I can go right into the black. Now the cool thing about a calico cat, and again, I only put a little bit of paint at the very tip of the brush. Didn't dip it all the way to the metal part or even halfway into the brush. So the cool thing about the calico cat is that the paint can touch right beside the orange. And you want to leave a little bit of the tan color. You can make as many interesting patterns as you want for your calico cat. I'm going to put some black right around his face. I don't want to cover up his whiskers, so I'm going to kind of go around them. I'm going to dab it right on over and through. See how fluffy he looks? I'm going to give him an orange paw. Maybe the tip of this ear will be orange too. Ah, there, look, we're all done. We have stippled. I have a glob. I'm going to go fix that glob. Soften the edge just a little bit. Tap right over it and into it. Okay, we're all done. We need to clean our brush. Okay, we're going to let our painting dry. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do, when you have your mat, is you're going to glue your cat right onto the mat. Cat and mat rhyme. Okay, so it's going to fit right on your mat just like that. Oh, that rhymes again. In order to glue it down, we take the smallest piece. The cat is smaller than the mat, isn't it? We're going to turn that over, move the mat out of the way, and add glue to the back of the smaller pieces. So this one's larger because you can see it. It sticks out past the edge of the cat. So we're going to turn it over and put glue on the back. Now, I teach all my students the dot, not a lot method. So you don't have to put a whole lot. Just squeeze it a little bit and put a couple of dots all around the edge, but not too close because we don't want it to goop out. I'm going to put one little dot in the foot too. And then a couple in the middle, just to be safe. Cleaning off my glue lid so it doesn't get all gunked up. Here's a magic trick with glue. If you rub your fingers together, all of a sudden it'll turn into a glue ball. Just like that. And you can throw those in the trash. Okay. So you're going to take your cat and your mat. Find a good place to center it right on the mat and press down all around it. Looks like I have a little bit of black paint in it. Put a little black paint dot, so you gotta be careful not to get the paint on your fingers. It's not completely dry on mine. It might be a good idea to let yours dry a little bit more. So I'll push it down, and then let's take a look. Voila, we're all done. Big fat cat on a mat.